Hey everybody, I hope everybody's doing good. So today I want to talk about something that's happening in my province again. I might be a little late on the news for this, but I thought maybe the frustration will still live on for quite a while. So some of you may have seen, I've been talking about how Quebec has been handling the COVID thing and how they shut us down, how they put curfew on us, put restrictions, lockdowns. Since October 1st, we've been in lockdown. Everything's been shut since October 1st. I haven't had no fun, no nothing. So now the cases are slowly going down. They're little crawling down back to normal, And so the big guy in charge, Legault, has decided that he's going to let some things loosen up, loosen the restrictions a little bit. And he's not going to open the gyms. He's not going to open anything kind of useful. Nothing that we give a shit about. He's going to open fucking movie theaters. When he announced the news, he looked all excited. He was like, there's a lot of very good French cinema out there. There is Jean Caldette. He's a Jean Caldette Boots guy. He's a very good character in the movie. He walks across the road. It's very good French cinema. Quebec Cinema #1,
You can go see Quebec movies. There's La Déesse des Mots-Chafeux from Anaïs Barbeau-Lavalette, which should be on screens. And there's also the animation film Félix et le Trésor de Morca from Nicolas Lemay.
And everyone's looking at him like, who the fuck gives a shit about Quebec cinema? The only people to come out of show business from Quebec are Sugar Sammy, and he doesn't make movies. The big fat guy from Star Trek, what's his name? Jesus Christ, William Shatner, and he's dead. And the guy that made Blade Runner, what the fuck, Denis Villeneuve. That's not even French cinema anymore. That's fucking just cinema. He makes fucking good ass movies. He doesn't look at it I make Quebec cinema. It is the _1 from. He's just I want to make kick ass movies. I don't give a shit. Why would I want my movies only to be played in Quebec? What am I want to be poor or something? And so whatever, that's fine. You could play whatever the fuck you want in your fucking stupid cinemas. Let's say you want to go to the movies. You're like, oh great, let's go to the movies. I haven't had popcorn for a while. I haven't had the movie popcorn. You go to the stands there where all the popcorn is, and it's closed now. So you're not allowed eating anything. You gotta go to the movies. You gotta put on a mask. You gotta sit there with a mask the entire time, and then you go home. What I'm trying to say, it's pretty shit. First of all, you're forced to watch a Quebec movie, and you're not allowed to eat any food while you do it. You can't drink any Coke. You can't do. So you're basically forced to watch something that's it's almost like watching. It's almost like doing homework. You're forced basically to sit through a lecture. One thing that has annoyed people about this situation is that the government is giving the movie theaters, the owners, money to compensate them for the money lost from not selling any food, no popcorn, which is so the biggest movie chain in Quebec, well, the one that I always think of whenever I think of movie chains in Quebec is the Guzzos. All these freaking Guzzos. And when you're a kid, you're like, oh, Guzzo's awesome. It's all games and shit, and it's dark, and it's fun. They have bowling and whatever, and basically they're giving money to the guy that's on the Canadian version of Shark Tank. It's called Dragon's Den. He's basically playing the dickhead on that, the fucking the loudmouth asshole who doesn't really add to anything other than go, hey, what the fuck, hey, this is weird, hey, this is stupid, hey, these are fucking shit bullshit. And I don't hate the Guzzo guy. He sometimes is kind of funny, and has these weird traditional values where anytime anybody brings a completely legal marijuana business, he's like, hey, you know what, listen, you could do your drugs, I don't want to do drugs, I'm staying out of this thing, I don't do weed. He does a lot of that, and everyone's like, okay there, you yellow button idiot.
The fact of the matter is that I don't understand it. I mean, just the smell of it,
Get with the party, Vince. It's 2019.
Hey, by the way, if you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I have way more on here and more to come, and I hope you enjoy this nice stuff. It feels like none of this makes sense, right? Why the hell are we giving this guy more money? You could list all the shit that the money could be better spent, but nobody's gonna go to the movie theater. Nobody is stupid enough to go to the theaters right now. And then you think okay, let's say you ignore all that, you ignore how stupid this whole situation is. You're like, oh, I want to go to the movies. Fuck you guys. Fuck you, Gabriel. I'm going to the movies. And let's say you go on the Guzzo website and you look at all the movies displayed. And it's all like these D-level movies I've never heard of ever. Like, it's like movies that are like cheaply made in Japan or like in Vietnam for like $100,000. Like, there's this movie where it's like Amish people in love. It's like an Amish guy with like a young redhead, and it's like forbidden love, and it's like I'm not gonna feel sorry for a fucking Amish guy. Like, I'm not gonna go to this movie and be like, what a great romance. They already did like Brokeback Mountain, which was like the most forbidden love movie, and this is like I'm sorry we can't be together. I need to milk my cow. And they have like this other movie that's always been on. It's like this, like the poster is like this weird, disgusting torso all contorted, and it has like different parts. And for some reason, like I've seen this poster like growing up in Quebec, like everywhere I went. I don't know why. And they're continuing to play this in the theater. And I think it's because it's like the only Quebec horror movie they ever made, and it looks fucking like dog shit, man. It really all just looks like stupid shit. Like, it all looks like shit that like China made, and like they clearly also like don't even like watch the movies themselves, like the movies they put up there. Like, I remember like this was like maybe a couple of months after the pandemic started, like Guzzo, like the cinema tried to stay in business, but even though there was like no movies played, so they got like a bunch of like weird like backlot like bootleg movies somewhere, and it was like this animated film of like cats and dogs like playing or whatever. And on the advertisement for it on Facebook, like the comments below were all like really upset and angry parents being like, don't bring your children to this movie. I brought my son, and at the end of the movie, the main characters all died. And so I thought this was a kid's movie. How come at one point it started all like happy and fun, and then it ended in fucking death? See, that makes me happy. So like basically the only reason you should keep the movies open is to trick parents into bringing their kids and scaring the fuck out of them. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, this little rant / fun talk about the Quebec cinemas. If you enjoyed it and thought it was fun or funny or whatever, please consider subscribing to the channel. I have way more to come and way more on here, and thank you so much and have a very good night. Goodbye.